nice in here. You know, school starting is just around the corner for many, and many parents are looking into back to school technology for their kids. However, with technology comes responsibility. So here to help us with this topic is Monica McHugh, a licensed professional counselor at Bayless Healthcare Group. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
How old should a child be when they get their first cell phone?
Unfortunately, there's no magic age, so it kind of is more dependent on the parents and the child. You might have a 12-year-old who's super responsible and mature and can handle having a cell phone, and a 14-year-old who's not. So it's really kind of up to the parents. And if you have a child that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, going to school on time, being where they're supposed to be, that's probably the best time to give them the cell phone.
Do they need a smartphone, or can your old flip phone be just fine for them?
I would say give them the old flip phone until they can prove that they can really handle the responsibility of having a cell phone.
Because kids are on their cell phones all the time now. I saw a statistic earlier this week that teenagers are sending or receiving 3,300 text messages a month. That's how they communicate.
That's how they communicate. They're not using the phone to call each other, they're texting.
Okay, so what could be the potential problems with them texting all the time?
Well, one thing is they're losing communication and actually how to talk to each other. But kind of the big thing is I think children don't look at the whole picture. And so they don't know that once they've typed that text and they've sent it, it's out there. You can't bring it back. And so not having the foresight to be careful about what they're texting and who they're texting to.
And that, if they have a smartphone, you're talking about Facebook, Twitter, Ask.fm, texting, all these things, sexting. Kids are doing it. Right. All these things are going out there, and it's all, you know, a lot of it can be public.
A lot of it can be
scary
public.
For parents. Do you think parents are caught up on how much kids are using technology and how savvy they are with technology?
I would hope so, and I would hope that parents are really educating themselves and also letting their children know that while they have this technology, they have to be responsible with it, and that it's the parents' job to make sure they're safe, and they will be monitored what they're doing and who they're communicating with.
Okay, if you're a parent, you should be monitoring your child's text messages. You can do that, right?
You can do that. Again, I think it depends on the child. If you have a child that you have no reason to suspect that they're talking to somebody they shouldn't be, then let them have privacy. But if you get suspicious that they're talking to someone they shouldn't be talking to, if your child is doing something that's unsafe, then absolutely you should be jumping in there and monitoring and letting your children know that that's what you're going to do.
And advocating responsible text messaging. What does it mean to be a responsible texter?
Again, knowing who you're sending these texts to and being responsible and writing appropriate text. So no sexting, and again, I think texting lets us get away with things we wouldn't normally say in person. So don't text something you wouldn't actually say to somebody's face. I
have about 10 more seconds. One last piece of advice for parents handling this conversation with their kids.
Again, I think over and over, keeping open and honest communication about what their responsibility is with having a cell phone and texting.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your advice. If you'd like some more information on what Monica shared, you can go to the website Bayless Healthcare.